How's it going, everyone? We have some really exciting Stellar Blade news to go over in this video. The game, surprise, surprise, has been a resounding success. We'll talk about some new updates that ShiftUp has made directly about Stellar Blade and their outlook of what they're doing with the game. Now, Stellar Blade was released last April as a PlayStation 5 console exclusive. It was actually a straight-up PlayStation 5 exclusive, but the game is scheduled to drop on PC later this year. While we don't have any insight on exactly when it'll be dropping on PC, I would have to think it would be sometime in the summer, late spring, just because usually with these PlayStation 5 console exclusivity deals, it's a one-year timed exclusivity. Rise of the Ronin had a one-year timed exclusivity window, dropping almost like 1 year to the day on PC. That'll be out in March. Stellar Blade came out in April of 24, so April to June of 25 I think makes sense. Maybe they'll need more time optimizing it, but they did note that they expect the PC version of Stellar Blade to perform even better than the console version and will add new content for the PC release. Perform as in commercially, they noted the focus is PC optimization, enhancing user convenience, additional content, and Steam Deck optimization. Additional content is a very interesting piece of information. Now, I would have to think that additional content would be bonus content of the game, and that'll come to PlayStation 5 as well. I don't think it's a note that the game is gonna bake in the Nier DLC. That doesn't make sense. That's a crossover. You can drop that on PC, absolutely, but do that as a standalone DLC piece. That's generally how you have to operate when it comes to crossover content like that. I think it's a great idea to do some sort of Stellar Blade expansion. Look, Nier, as far as the DLC goes, nobody had an issue with the price point being $9.99 because ShiftUp and take notes, other publishers, take notes, other developers, what have they done over the course of 2024? They dropped a killer game, and throughout the entirety of 24, they built goodwill with their user base. They built good rapport. They built a trust with their audience that not only are they going to give you a good game, they're going to give you consistent updates, and now they have faith, the audience that is, they have faith in ShiftUp, they have faith in Stellar Blade as an IP, that when a cosmetic DLC is released for $9.99, people are like, hey, I'll take more of this, this is fine. Whereas if the game came out, it was mediocre, and then right away, they're trying to monetize the game, which they could have done, they absolutely could have done, people wouldn't have received it the same way. You could look at a variety of reasons of why Stellar Blade was a success, and it's not just the fact that they treated their customers with respect, it's how they marketed this game, it's how they promoted this game, it's the fact that they realized that this was a brand new IP and they had to grow its audience and they couldn't take advantage of their audience, and right away they did all the right things. Stellar Blade and Black Myth Wukong to me stand out in 2024 as two games that are brand new IPs and have already cultivated mass interest because they respected the consumer, did consistent updates, and they were good games more than anything. Let's not lose sight of the fact that they were good games. Look, it's great that Eve is good looking and all that stuff, and that'll help. Nobody is doubting that that'll help. That'll help promote the game. You gotta market the game, and Eve being an attractive character, sure, that helps, but fundamentally, this is a well-designed game, and you need that more than anything beyond the surface of it. If all that mattered was Eve being a good-looking character, bro, Wet from like 2009 or whenever that game came out would be one of the biggest IPs in gaming. But I digress, and I think the crazy thing is, in 25, Stellar Blade is only going to continue to grow because of this PC release. Now you're opening the door to a huge new audience, and I think this game, I agree with ShiftUp. I think this game is going to do incredibly well on PC. You got it optimized for the deck as well. It's going to do really, really well. I don't know if it's going to do better than the PlayStation 5 version, being that it's a one-year delayed release, but I would argue that if Stellar Blade came out on PC and PlayStation 5 the same day, the PC version would sell better than the PlayStation 5 version. That might be a crazy take to some of you guys, but I think the PC players are gonna gravitate all over this game, and it's gonna do very, very well. ShiftUp also noted that despite this being a narrative-based single-player game with an ending, they have continuously updated Stellar Blade with new content like a live service game in order to build up a global fan base. Yes, the term live service does scare people, but consistent content updates that are free to keep people invested into the experience, to keep people talking about the experience. That's another thing Stellar Blade did so well. A brand new IP, it comes out in April, and gets a lot of interest right out the gate, but throughout the entirety of 2024, they're doing consistent updates. They're giving reason for people to go back in. Not only that, they're giving reason to reignite the social media discourse on the game and get people talking about the game, leading to more people checking the game out. And I think with the PC release, that is just going to amplify so much more, with more people sharing content and whatnot. Continued content updates like a live service game, like I said, boss challenge, new skins, costumes, photo mode, multilingual dubbing, and so on and so forth. And you did have that Nier DLC, which was the only piece of monetized content. I would argue, with so much goodwill that they've built with the Stellar Blade audience, that if you did a paid expansion that was $20, added a new section, $20, $30, added a new section, you know, 6 to 8 hours of gameplay, let's say 6 hours of gameplay, people would be all over that, and I think it would be a great opportunity to do that. I think PlayStation needs games for people to be invested into, and their first party isn't doing much, so if they could get Shift Up to do an expansion for the game and reveal that at the State of Play tomorrow, oh, and by the way, we can release this game on PC, potentially bake in the expansion, and then charge $60, $70 for the game, so we'll have value to PC players that are playing the game at a delayed, but we can still charge a premium. That makes a lot of sense to me. I think that would just make a lot of sense. And since the release in April, I find this interesting. They noted maintained a 9.2 Metacritic user score. A lot of games don't really prioritize the user score, but Stellar Blade is one of the best received Metacritic games literally of all time, and you know, well deserved as far as that's concerned as well. Shift Up also noted that Stellar Blade recorded $43 million in royalty. It received immense love from players worldwide, and it formed a strong fandom, expecting strong performance of Stellar Blade on PC as well. And hopefully we'll get a Stellar Blade sequel. I'm positive we will, given the immense success of this game. It would be great if it was a PC, PlayStation title day one. It really does seem like multi-platform. The value of exclusivity is starting to wane. At least, you know, more and more publishers are going multi-platform, and even PlayStation releasing their games on PC, Xbox, straight up a multi-platform publisher in a lot of ways now. I just think this game in particular would really resonate with the PC audience, and we'll see how it does later this year when it comes to PC, but I could easily see this game cracking 100K concurrent players, and that's an incredible success given the 1-year delayed release. We're talking about Spider-Man 2 barely cracking like 40K. It's at like 37K concurrent was its peak. And even if Stellar Blade peaks at like 60K, that's a huge success. I think, based on how the PC audience will gravitate towards this game, I could see 80 to 100K being within reach. To give you guys a perspective, Ghost of Tsushima has been the best performing PlayStation title on PC from concurrent player base, and that was at 75K, like around 75K. So could see Stellar Blade doing very, very well. And Shift Up deserves all the love in the world. They deserve this level of success, and this should be a case study. I talked about it going back to February of 2024 when that State of Play. It was either January or February of 2024. It's not hard to market games, you guys. Look at the trailer that Stellar Blade dropped when they announced the release date. That's all I asked for. That's how you build up momentum for a brand new IP. No Concord Burger trailers. Enough of that garbage. Look at Stellar Blade. Look at Black Myth Wukong. This is how you cultivate interest in a brand new IP from a studio that's relatively unknown over here in the West. I get it, they had Project Nikki and all this stuff, but in terms of big budget AAA single player games, a relative unknown quantity as far as what Shift Up could bring to the table, and they knocked it out of the park, and they deserve all the success in the world, and hopefully more to come. PC release later this year. I really do hope we get sizable content that we can sink our teeth into, and if not that, more crossovers would be great. There's so many IPs that you could do crossovers of that people would be all over if it is just gonna be cosmetics. You know, look at the PlayStation IPs: Horizon, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War. You kidding me? Final Fantasy, a Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy VII crossover. Yeah, print all the money right now doing something like that. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.